Does anyone know what that stands for? Neuro-linguistic programming. Neuro to do with the brain, linguistic, the language that we use, and programming, how we put into sequence the steps in order to achieve our particular goal. Now, it's easy to kind of apply that on a information level. We break things down, we break techniques down in every single session, and that's basically what coaching is about. As I've been watching some of the other coaches today, I've been looking at the language that's been used, and so people process information in different ways. Okay, so we have visual, audio, kinesthetic, and audio digital. Okay, visual, people want to see it again. People want to see the technique again. That's how they learn. That's how they understand things. Can you just tell me what that last technique was? Audio. Okay, it's picking out the individual words before the actual detail of what the sentence is. Okay, so you might need to just get a feel for the balance. You might need to get a feel for how you perform that particular sweep. Or it might mean that you want to make a list of the steps that you have to go through, and then this is when people are there with the notepads saying step 1 is this, step 2 is this, step 3 is this. And so when you understand how different people, you as individuals learn, then that's going to help you take a step forward in improving your performance. Now, we've got lots of different people within the group here. Sometimes from an individual performance perspective, you need to know how you perform. But from a coaching perspective, you need to know how the other person performs. And that was a knowledge bomb right there. Okay, so when when we've got this understanding of how we process information, as I said, today all different approaches have been able to kind of break it down. So, what motivates you? Are you a carrot person? Do you need a little pat on the back? Do you need to be reinforced? Well done, that was fantastic. Okay? Sometimes it gets a bit kind of Americanized. Okay? But because that's how different people perform. It comes down to kind of social norms. With the information of if you're motivated by the stick, you can do better than that. Come on, work harder, drill harder. Yeah, work harder. Come on, keep working. And different coaches have different coaching skills. Now, it depends on the individual. If a coach only has one form of communication, if he's just a stick man all the time, he's walking around, he's got the grumpy face on, he's could even be waving a cane around. In Thailand, that's what they did. If you were doing anything wrong, you got a cane across the back of your legs. Hard work. And that's how, for instance, famous coach called Master Toddy, he started off a lot of Thai boxing in the UK. We got Thai boxing to the UK in around the 1970s. He was a very hard-ass coach, and he used to go around with grumpy face all the time, hit like a tiger, and playing with the visualization. But also setting like an aspirational goal. When he moved over to the States, people over in the States didn't kind of trigger, didn't really work like that. Why are you slagging us off all the time? Why are you saying that we're no good all the time? They want that positive reinforcement. So I watched a video of him the other day, and he was like, hey, that was fantastic, yeah, that's brilliant, oh, kick harder, you're doing fantastic. And it comes with a different energy, a different feel. Notice how I'm kind of jumping between all these different representational systems so that each and every one of you take something away from it today. When we've got this kind of list information, we can process it and we can get into our own little world. When we recognise how we process information, sometimes our values, our beliefs, and our previous lifetime experience has taught us that, yeah, I'm good at doing this, but last week I was having all this hassle, I was having all this stress from my girlfriend or my boyfriend or whatever, and it was all these things that were never quite that good. So then that has an effect on your motivational level when you're coming into class. So as an idea, okay, I was playing this game with I run a ninja school at my gym every kind of half term and in the 6-week holidays, giving kids these different visualizations, different ideas, different mental games to play with, to how they can perform better in class, how they can learn information easier in class. I said, just imagine if your head was like a big bin, and you can open up the top of the bin, and inside that bin there's a big sponge, and it soaks up information. And it's just easy if you can get away from the distractions that are going on. Now there's always going to be distractions in life. Even here, as you listen to me now, there's information, there's things happening. You can hear the rain outside, you can hear the cars outside, you can hear phones going off and stuff like that. That's distractions. This is lifetime experience, how we learn how to direct attention. So when you take this kind of step forward in understanding how we learn and the impact that previous experience, previous lifetime experience can have, then you get into a better place because you're understanding how you learn. You can let go of the previous lifetime experience, and there's never any failure, there's only feedback. This is all the negative stuff that you're seeing previously is merely feedback. And as Darren says now, and loads of other people say, when people you don't really lose the competition, you just learn. It's just the emotional attachment that you have to that loss which dictates of whether you learn the lesson or you take it as a loss. So this is where we are. We're trying to take a snapshot of where we are. Understanding the process that you go through in order to get from this level to this level is how we learn to let go of previous experience and learn to take that feedback, take that what we first perceived as failure is merely feedback. Take that feedback and then say, right, okay, how can I change and how can I modify my behaviour? When I modify my behaviour, I'm going to get different results. What's the definition of stupidity? It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. When you change the results, that's how you can get a different result at the end of it. So this is what I like about the my base logo, technical laboratories. It means that you're experimenting. It means that you're playing with ideas, playing with concepts. Does that work? It works for me, it doesn't work for him. It doesn't work for him, but it works for him. So everyone's an individual. And this is one of the things that Darren's created, is this wealth of experience here and an openness to take a step forward. Now, no one likes to make themselves feel vulnerable. No one likes to look silly. And it's okay to see I want to see the technique one more time. Or you asking a question. It's good to ask questions. It's good to make yourself vulnerable. It's at that point of vulnerability that you take a step forward. And some people are so proud, so reserved, so engrossed in their own ego, in the fact that they don't want to take that step, they don't want to make themselves feel vulnerable. And that's how you grow. It's only when you make yourself vulnerable is when you're able to grow. So, this is what we're saying. going back to the motivation, going back to how we process information, can give you that feedback. Now, going aside, I was saying previously around the performance side of things. I've been lucky enough to be one of the fight commissioners at Obama, and I work behind the scenes with the guys down there. And it's interesting to see how different coaches and different gyms kind of get that cohesiveness, get that team bond, that team relationship. And it was interesting to what Lloyd was saying in that very first session when we was focusing on yoga, and the fact that it was everything coming back to the breath. Now within NLP, there's a number of skills that you can learn to build relationships with people at a deeper level. A lot of it comes down to this unconscious actions that we take. It comes down to unconscious behaviour that we do. Now, looking around here, there's a lot of people that have adopted this same posture. It means that you're in rapport with each other. There's people picking up different rhythms of breathing, different rhythms of, even down to really sort of things like the blinking of eyes. You can drop into rapport with people by using these unconscious, subliminal body actions. So within, when I was backstage at Banner, you'd see the guys kind of coming together, having like a little kind of group huddle, and do things like simple breathing exercise. So, little game now. I want everyone to take a deep breath in. And your bodies will continue in this simple rhythmic action, and this is what builds a deeper bond between people, because we build rapport, we build bonds with our friends and with our compadres with shared experience. And when you share that experience, that's how it's easier to transfer information, how to communicate information. Because going back to some of the hippie stuff, talking about breathing, it's something, it's like an esoteric force. It's like a deeper understanding. It's more than just the words that are spoken. It's that whole experience of learning a technique. So as you're doing the technique, you'll take the audio digital information, the list information, you'll see it, you'll hear it, and then when you're practicing, you'll get a feel for it. And this is why and how we learn. And if you learn to kind of pick out what works for you, that will make you a better, more efficient learner. When we're talking about fight and competitive situation, I was taken back to a story when I was commentating at a show, and one of my friends, Liam Harrison, if you follow Thai boxing, you'll know him. He's probably one of the best Thai boxers outside of Thailand at the moment. He was supposed to fight a guy called Andrei Kulbin from Belarus. He was a 6-time world champion, and the week before, Liam broke his hand in sparring, smashed his knuckle, and he couldn't fight. One of his teammates, Luke Turner, stepped up. Liam is a veteran. He's had, like, at that point, he'd had like 65, 70 fights or something like that. Luke Turner, one of his core teammates, he'd had about 10, 12 fights. Massive wealth of experience. And I was like, I really hope Luke does it. I really hope he puts in a great performance. I'm going to go and nip up and see him, join the club and go and see how he is. So I went up, and you've seen all the other fighters, and they were there shadowboxing and warming up. And I looks over at Luke and he's sat in the chair, totally embodying this kind of almost negative victim, future-pacing failure mentality. I was like, "Hi, Luke, what's going on?" He was like, just dawned on me. Just dawned on me, we won't fight. Fucking badass. You're not this person out, this person out there, and listed off like 6 7 people. I was like, has he faced you? No. And it's that kind of short circuit of future pacing a negative event. He was basing his experience and the result of this fight on the fact that of his reputation. He had an opportunity to step up because there was no... People were expecting him to lose. He'd only had like 12, 13 fights, something like that. He was like, oh, it's not going to happen. I'm the underdog and the people expect me to lose. I'm stepping in at last minute. Yeah, okay, it's a little payday. It's good to be in there with it. A world champion and guy this experience. I was like, what kind of a negative ass attitude is that? You've got no expectation. There are people. You've got no pressure. You're the underdog. So why don't you go in there and just give it your best shot? Give it your best shot. And when you give it your best shot, you're going to perform the best that you can be. He went out, he came out in the first round, and he got hurt a couple of times. And I looked up at him in the corner, and I was like, focus, stay on it. And he was like, tapped his chest, like, I've got heart, I'm going to go forward, I'm going to win this. And he came out in the second round, and he started letting his punches go. He landed a push kick, and the Cuban started defending. And he started pulling his hips away, and he hit him to the body. Luke faked the push kick, bam! Big elbow, sliced him up his forehead. Blood was gushing out the front of his forehead. And the referee stopped the fight. It was game over. Luke, who was there, said, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it now. It was absolutely phenomenal. The change that I saw from him 20 minutes previous, having a little chat, seeing him change his mind, change his focus, and say, I've got nothing to lose. If you've got nothing to lose, you're free. You're making yourself at a point of vulnerability. You're free to be the best that you can be. And when you step up to that challenge, great things can happen. This is what's happening. This is possible. This is what's available for you. Some of the time, people's future pace like negative events, and they start off with this kind of, I'm not so sure. Pressure is self-focused. Pressure is dictated by yourself. Okay? It's nobody else is giving you that feedback. People want the best for you, otherwise they wouldn't put you in for competition. If they're putting you in for competition and saying, oh, go in there and give it your best shot. Well, that's not someone being wholly supportive. Anything but 100% is sabotage. You're pulling away from the success that's available. So if you can step up to that challenge, your coaches wouldn't put you in for fights if they didn't think that you was up to the challenge. So live the dream. You can step in there, you can do it, you can fulfill the potential that's there. And the longer that I've done combat sports, the more I've recognised that it's not me against the other dude on the other side of the corner, the other side of the ring. It's me against the best version of myself. And this goes back to that the post that Darren put up about Conor McGregor and the guys at SPG. There is no opponent. It's you against the best version of you that you can be. Your opponent merely pushes you to those fringe limits. Now, in the 65 fights that I had probably about 10 or 12 first round knockouts. Now that, it's for the people watching, they're like, wow, yeah, you smashed him, you walked through him. for me, it was kind of superficial. Because I hadn't really been tested. It was like, yeah, that was good. Yeah. I was robbed of my opportunity to push myself and learn new things and see how tough you can be, how mentally strong you can be, and how much you really want it. And this is that kind of fringe behaviour that we learn only by testing ourselves to our limits. This is what I liked about all the kind of no fear t-shirts and stuff like that, when saying if you're not living life on the edge, you're taking up too much space. We're pushing those limits all the time, and if you push those limits all the time and make yourself vulnerable, you're going to get feedback. Sometimes it's going to be negative, sometimes it's going to be positive, but you're in there, you're in it to win it, you're in there to learn, you're in there to develop, and you do things today that others can't, that others won't, so that tomorrow you can do stuff that others can't, because that's that continual life cycle. This is what always goes back to that jiu-jitsu journey, and when you're on that journey, that's the progression. So, with this in mind, I know I've been jabbering on now, does anyone fancy sharing any fight stories with us? How they've felt before a fight? Yeah? No? Yeah?
Yeah, I will. I started competing in martial arts basically because I was scared. When I was younger, I got into a few fights and stuff, as anybody does if you live where I live. But when it actually came to physically facing someone who was trained to try and knock you out, like when I first started Taekwondo, full contact Taekwondo, I made myself do it. And I told myself, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do as many matches as I need to do. Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, some like old like amateur MMA stuff. And I set myself a target and went, right, I'm going to do 50 matches. By the time I've done 50 matches, I won't be scared anymore. I'll be able to go and compete completely free from any other fear, and I'll be great. 50 matches came and went, no difference. Yeah, up to 60 matches, still no different. Last competition that I entered, even though I was really supremely confident I was going to win, I was still nervous. To the point I'm thinking,